My wife is forcing me to sleep with her best friend and get her pregnant, but I found out the secret they've been hiding instead. My wife, Haley, and I had been married for 6 years, and everything was pretty good. We both had decent jobs, bought a small house in the suburbs, and were talking about maybe having kids in a year or two once we saved more money. Her best friend, Jade, had been around since before we got married. She was always at our house, came on vacations with us, basically like a third person in our marriage, but I didn't mind because Haley was happy. Jade couldn't keep a boyfriend for more than a few months, and was always complaining about how her biological clock was ticking since she just turned 35. She'd make these jokes about stealing my sperm that made me uncomfortable, but Haley always said she was just messing around. Then one night after Jade went home from dinner, Haley sat me down for a serious talk. She said Jade really wanted a baby and asked if I would consider helping her out. I thought she meant like going to a clinic or something, but no. Haley wanted me to actually sleep with Jade until she got pregnant. She said it would be cheaper than IVF and Jade trusted me to be the father. I said absolutely not. That was insane. Haley got upset and said I was being selfish, that Jade was like family and family helps each other. She actually used those exact words. For weeks after that, Haley kept bringing it up. She'd say things like, Jade would be such a good mom, and didn't I want to help make that happen? She'd point out guys with kids at the park and say, that could be me helping raise Jade's baby. It got to the point where she was mentioning it every single day. Jade started acting different too. She'd wear really revealing clothes when she came over and would touch my arm constantly when we talked. She'd make comments about what beautiful babies we'd make. One time, she literally sat on my lap at a party, and Haley just smiled at me from across the room. I started avoiding being home when Jade was there. Then Haley told me she'd made an appointment for all three of us to meet with a counselor to discuss the arrangement. I refused to go. That's when Haley said if I really loved her, I'd do this one thing to make her happy. She cried and said she promised Jade I'd help, and now I was making her look like a liar. She said maybe we weren't meant to be together if I couldn't support her friend. That night, I went to stay at my brother's house to get some space. While I was gone, I remembered Haley had been acting weird with her phone lately, always taking it to the bathroom and turning it face down. I'd backed up her phone to our shared cloud account months ago for safety and still had access. So, I checked it. What I found made me sick. Haley and Jade had been planning this for almost a year. They had a whole plan where I'd get Jade pregnant. Then Haley would divorce me and claim I cheated. They'd use the baby as proof of the affair. Haley would get the house in alimony and they'd raise the baby together. There were texts about how they'd been in love since college, but Haley married me for financial stability. They called me their meal ticket and sperm donor. Jade had written that once they had my baby and my money, they could finally be together openly. They'd already consulted with a divorce lawyer about how to make the cheating story stick. The lawyer told them if they could prove adultery with a pregnancy, Haley would get everything. They even discussed recording me with Jade without my knowledge to make it look worse. I screenshot everything and sent it to my divorce lawyer that morning. Then I went back home and acted normal. Told Haley I'd been thinking about it and maybe we should talk more about helping Jade. Both of them got so excited. Haley started planning when it would happen based on Jade's cycle. They wanted to do it the next week when Jade was ovulating. I agreed and said we should have a nice dinner first to make sure everyone was comfortable. That dinner was Friday night. Jade came over in this tiny dress and kept giving me these looks. Haley made my favorite food and they both kept filling my wine glass. After dinner, Haley suggested we all go to the bedroom to talk more privately. That's when I told them I knew everything. Full story on channel link below.